So I'm really thrilled today to get to moderate our first ever WPCC awards ceremony. Our steering committee really felt that it was important that we have the opportunity to celebrate the work that all of you and your supporters do in communities all across the country. So today we are presenting one award. Next slide. And the award this year is to celebrate an unpaid volunteer member who has shown active commitment within their organizations, evidenced by involvement and impact. And as you can imagine, there's so many people that we all probably could nominate for this award, but I'm excited to tell you about some of the people today that were nominated. So the process, the individuals who were nominated were based on the following criteria. We looked at the following criteria. Their time as a volunteer, meaning how long have they been volunteering, their work as a volunteer, what did they do, how many hours were they committed to supporting the organization, their spirit for fully representing the organization's brand and mission, and their dependability for being there when it counts. And as you may remember, we went out and asked for you to nominate people back in June through August, and we received 5 nominations from around the world, from Canada, Germany, New Zealand, the United States, and Australia. So thank you, a special thank you to the organizations that sent in nominations. And I also want to give a special shout out to our judges. We had 3 judges who then took the nominations and did the final judging. And our judges were Daniel Goldberg from Purple World in Australia. He's also a member of the WPCC steering committee. Marissa Harris, who you probably remember from the first day of our meeting. She was the pancreatic cancer survivor who gave us that very inspiring talk. She served as a judge. And then finally, Debbie McGarity from Ipsen, one of our sponsors, also served as a judge. So thank you to all 3 of you for your time in judging these nominations. And so I am going to go through and announce our nominees. First of all, Catherine Stang, who's not here today, but we will make sure that she knows that she was nominated, from TEB Sebelhilfe in Germany. Katarina founded the organization in February of 2006. She served as the first chair of the organization, which has since developed into a self-help organization with a wide-ranging network. She is extremely devoted to helping everyone affected by this disease through personal contact and information. And she was nominated because she's been doing this work for over 16 years as a volunteer. And this was, you know, the people who nominated her said this was just a way to thank her for her extensive honorary work and tireless volunteer commitments. So congratulations to Katharina. Our next nominee was Roger Peterson. And Roger Peterson is with Let's Win Pancreatic Cancer in the United States. Roger was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer in February of 2021. And despite ongoing chemotherapy and managing the twists and turns of treatment, Roger has taken his diagnosis as a call to action. And after reaching out to Let's Win at the end of 2021, he joined their board of directors as the first patient advocate in March of 2022. And as an active member of the board, he spearheads their patient advisory committee, a new program to reach out to patients and ensure that Let's Win is providing them with the information they seek. So congratulations to Roger, and thank you for all that you do on behalf of patients in the pancreatic cancer community. Next, I'm thrilled to announce that Stephanie Condon Oldreeve was nominated. She is with Craig's Cause Pancreatic Cancer Society in Canada. And Stephanie is the founder and director of Craig's Cause. And the organization is focused on public awareness, patient support, healthcare education, and research. As an example, she developed an accredited training program for medical practitioners to help remediate an existing gap in information on pancreatic cancer. And Stephanie also serves on our steering committee for the WPCC, and she does all of this as a volunteer. So really just tremendous. And Stephanie, congratulations on being nominated. Next nominee was Tracy Walker from Pankind in Australia. And Tracy has been volunteering with Pankind in a full capacity for almost a year. She's been involved in many areas of the organization, including raising over $35,000 from trusts just in the last few months. She's created a clinician campaign targeting clinicians, and having had cancer herself, she is very committed to the patients and carers that Pankind supports. Her contributions to pancreatic cancer in Australia are immense and invaluable. So well done, and congratulations, Tracy, on your nomination. So finally, I am now excited to announce, we had amazing nominees. Everyone could have been the winner, but I'm excited to announce the winner of this year's 2022 Outstanding Volunteer Award, and that goes to Nairee Smith of the Gut Cancer Foundation in New Zealand. And in 2017, Nairee was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And after undergoing a pancreatectomy and multiple rounds of chemotherapy, Nairee was told she was cancer-free. Unfortunately, 2 years later, in 2019, she was told the cancer had come back and started treatment for stage 4 tumors in her lungs. Nairee was determined to turn her experience into a positive impact. She started a blog and website called Be Strong to help support others going through pancreatic cancer, and has spent time reaching out to many other patients and families to support and guide their own journeys. Throughout this time, Nairee has been a passionate advocate for the Gut Cancer Foundation, creating and supporting fundraising events, awareness and education campaigns, as well as just personally working with pancreatic cancer patient groups in Auckland. And then, you know, this nomination included this information. She was going through a really tough, difficult chemo session, and she decided in the middle of that difficult chemo session that they should host a gala. And so that vision came out of going through, you know, treatment, and they held their very first, New Zealand's first fundraising event dedicated to improving outcomes for pancreatic cancer patients. And despite COVID and all the setbacks and postponing the event a couple of times, the event ended up generating over $100,000 in sponsorships and donations, as well as tens of thousands of dollars worth of auction items. So just really pretty incredible. And so, you know, the people who nominated her said to achieve all of this while also undergoing prolonged, exhausting, and debilitating treatment for stage 4 pancreatic cancer was just mind-blowing. The Gut Cancer Foundation is deeply indebted to Nairee and could not recommend her more highly for this award. And we couldn't agree more. So congratulations, Nairee. Your story and commitment to giving back is inspiring, and we're all so proud of you. Keep it up. And we will be sending everyone out their certificates and awards very soon. And that is our first WPCC volunteer ceremony.